Mark again here, WeatherMan Plus. If you've never been here before, hello, my name is Mark. I do upload every single day, just not Friday from sundown to sundown Saturday. That's Sabbath. But I always make sure you're covered on anything that we have, so make sure you subscribe. I am all year long. Guys, we have a lot of storms that's coming through, and it's about to start turning major after Christmas time. Now we have the Clipper that's in Canada and a storm that's leaving Florida now that did do some damage, and an EF1 tornado. Gonna go up to the northeast, bringing some snowfall to some people. Then around the 23rd, we're gonna have another little Clipper come by the upper Ohio Valley. Not too strong, dropping just a little bit of snowfall. But right behind it is another upper level low that's coming from the southwest. Remember, this is a pattern we're gonna be in for a while. Now it is bringing a little bit of damage and winds with it as it comes through the central U.S. And then it weakens down as it goes through the Ohio Valley and the northeast, bringing snowfall with a potential for major snowfall on the wraparound as it leaves. But shown on both models now, Euro and GFS, sometime around the 27th, we're going to get a nasty little system in the northwest, and it is going to strengthen up on a very high ridge to the upper Midwest. This will put severe weather all the way from the Ohio Valley all the way to the south again with a lot of storms. And this is going to be storms for a few days, guys. I'm showing this is a pattern that we're going to be coming into, especially for the beginning of January. Towards the very end of the month, we have a rinse and repeat, another strong upper level low going all the way to the southwest, bringing more precipitation to the west coast, and a potential another severe weather outbreak for the beginning of January. Now, they had a lot of questionable storms yesterday, and they even had an EF1 tornado over by Fort Myers, and these storms transferred over towards Tampa. A lot of people said they didn't get the winds, which is a good thing, but a lot of people did, and there was some damage. Now, link in the description, this is by Indian Backpacker. He did record what did come towards Tampa. The tornado was not able to be recorded soon enough, but you can see how this big rotation of clouds and all these thunderstorms that did rotate over Florida. And there was a touchdown in Fort Myers yesterday. And remember, all the links are in the description to help save you time, so make sure you click on them. And for the precipitation, snowfall, and such, make sure you click on your state. That way you know exactly what your totals will be. Make sure you subscribe. I am all year round. But you can see the nice hook echo you have with this tornado and the debris field. This is going towards Fort Myers, and there was some damage, not catastrophic or anything like that, but there was some damage came with tornado, and it came at 6:34 a.m. yesterday. There was some branches broken off, some trees down there, so there was some damage with it. It was an EF1. It wasn't like a major tornado, but it did do some damage on its way on its little path. And also some wind damage that did affect some people, guys. There was some things broken. It did do some damage. Even though you didn't feel the winds, there was severe weather over there yesterday. They also had some wind damage in Miami, guys. They had some wind-driven coconuts that got blown off the trees, off the palm trees, and going through car windshields. So there was some damage in winds. There was a tornado, even though it wasn't widespread. Now, as we look at our AO, Arctic Oscillation lets us know when it's cold air coming down from the north, and you can see it is going to be northern half of our country for a while, probably to the end of December at least, guys. But it does come down all the way from now all the way towards the 28th, and then we're going to start going on a warm-up. Same shot from the Euro. You can look at the NAO, the North Atlantic Oscillation, to see if we're going to be on a high ridge or a low trough when everything happens. And you can see right on the 29th, we're going to start going back into a high ridge again. This is going to bring all this tropical moisture, all these warm temperatures, just like we had the other day, up to the Ohio Valley, and bring chances for tornadoes and a lot of severe weather. Matter of fact, the NAO on the GFS shows that right when you get around the 27th, 28th, that we're going to start going up to a higher ridge, have a storm, keep going on a higher ridge, and into the beginning of January, stay in this pattern of a high ridge with storms coming. And with this data, I do believe that after Christmas time that we will start going on a high ridge again, and we'll start having severe weather, tropical moisture getting pulled up on the eastern half of the country. We will have a big high pressure parking on the southeast, bringing all that tropical moisture going clockwise into the system with the cold air coming down. So this will be another event that we need to prepare for, and I'm just happy that both models are in somewhat agreement so we can prepare for it, and it's not just a potential, it's probably going to happen. Now you can see here with your dew points as you go through Christmas Eve and Christmas time, there's some strong dew points, be some thunderstorms in the south as it waves by. Once you go into the 27th, then it's going to start stretching out towards Tennessee, western Kentucky with these high 60 dew points while we got this cold air coming down creating these fronts. And these systems will scoop up to the Ohio Valley. Then on the 28th and 29th, we got that cold air coming in from the northwest. High dew points going all the way up again to lower Illinois with this cold air coming down. And this clash will create severe weather once again and have storms and strong dew points to support these storms for a couple of days. And going into the beginning of January, the end of December, we're going to be full of 60s in the southeast. It's going to be real sticky for y'all. But in the beginning of January, then we're going to be on a high ridge again, bringing strong dew points all the way into Missouri, southern half of the Ohio Valley, just like we've seen. And these storms will get pushed all the way to the East Coast. So these storms will last for a while. Now, these systems are still going to train on the northwest and continue to bring heavy rainfall to the west coast. A lot of y'all do need heavy rainfall. The higher elevations, of course, is going to be pretty heavy snowfall. According to the ratio of 10 to 1, 1 inch of rain, 10 inches of snow, there's going to be a lot of snowfall feet, especially in the higher elevations. But for today, as this front moves down the west coast, Oregon and the coast of California from north all the way down to central is in the marginal for flash flooding. For tomorrow, this is going to continue and going down California all the way to southern California with the potential for flash flooding. And as you go into Saturday, you got another marginal in way far southwest California for marginal for flash flooding. So this moisture, this precipitation is going to continue to train all down the west coast all the way until Saturday. And you can see here with the GFS, the storm leaving Florida, going up to the northeast while we get that little bit of cold air in Canada. Put a little bit of snowfall, not much, guys. While you get precipitation going all down the west coast for the next few days. Christmas Day, you got that potential storm forming up in the central U.S. that could bring some damage and winds and then weaken down as it goes to the Ohio Valley. And then the potential in the northeast is not trending with the Euro, but the potential in the northeast, it could drop some snowfall and then get blocked by a high pressure, do a little stall, and on a wraparound, drop some more snowfall, maybe major snowfall for the New England states. And then right behind it, we got the next system that's going to go up and start the severe weather in Ohio Valley, putting some snowfall, 1 to 5 inches in the Midwest, maybe even upper Ohio Valley. And as this goes out to the northeast, it'll drop a little bit of snow, not much. But on the 28th, because this pattern is just rinse and repeat, we're going to get a strong storm coming on a high ridge. And you can see how it jumps all the way from Illinois, all the way up to Wisconsin and towards Canada. And this is going to put a layer of severe weather that's going to go all the way down to the south and southeast. And this is going to happen twice. And then while you're dealing with them storms on the 30th, you got that upper level low in the southwest, bringing more precipitation to southern half of the west coast. But that will bulk on in, and it'll bring some more possible damage and winds and some more storms over to the Midwest, the Ohio Valley. Freezing rain and all that ice is questionable, but it is bringing a lot of severe weather with it, guys. And it's already too far, but it's showing that it could repeat again. So we have multiple systems that could bring severe weather to the Ohio Valley and the southeast. And it's showing about a Euro as well on Tuesday on the 28th. The system forms up, creates a severe weather event in Ohio that will carry to the northeast. But then we'll get this cold front and we'll get that 1-2 punch of them storms. It'll go up on that high ridge and create all this severe weather with it. Then as it flings up on the 30th and 31st, look at this big front of severe weather it is bringing all the way from Michigan all the way down to Louisiana. And this is going to continue to push east. So the 26th and 27th is going to fill up with a lot of 60 dew points, cold air coming down, creating that frontal boundary. And it brings dew points all the way into Tennessee Valley. And when we go from the 30th to the 31st, then it's going to pull the 70 dew points up with it, making it really dense with particles in the air, guys. And then on the 31st is when you get that big severe weather outbreak going from Michigan all the way down to Texas, Louisiana. It's going to push all the way to the East Coast. And that's bringing dew points in 60s all the way to the lower Ohio Valley. Chances for tornadoes all the way from there down to Texas. You look at the Cape values starting on the 27th. They don't get too bad for the Ohio Valley. There's a chance for severe weather, and this green meeting this blue on these Cape values is not super strong, but it's strong enough to create problems, guys. And as we get closer, that will intense up. And here it is on the 30th, just filling it with all the strong dew points, all the Cape values. Now you got severe weather on the edge of all this green going around to this blue, all the way from the 29th to 30th, and it's going to carry to the 31st. Look, it goes all the way up to lower half of Ohio Valley. This is going to be a lot of severe weather, and there's going to be a lot of chances, from what I'm seeing, with the wind shear that we're going to have tornadoes as well. You can see here on our shear where you get around the 25th and you get a little wave of severe weather that can bring the damaging winds. I will show you. And it will be for the south, go across Tennessee Valley, and then it'll go down for the mid-Atlantic. Nothing too serious. But as we go into the 30th and 31st, then we're going to get this real deep trough, and we're going to get some severe weather outbreak in this strong shear, guys. Look at that. Severe weather is going to carry from the south all the way towards the Tennessee Valley, and it will go towards the mid-Atlantic as well. There's more for the south on the 31st, and it goes towards the Ohio Valley sometime in the morning. So this could be overnight storms again. This right here is going to create your severe weather and your tornadoes. And if you look for the days of lightning flashes, guys, see what's going on with the instantaneous flash rate. Nothing going on all the way to Christmas time for that storm that comes through after Christmas. Nothing really severe. But then the big storm comes right at midnight on the 28th, starts producing a lot of lightning flashes as those storms go through the Tennessee Valley, weakens down to the mid-Atlantic. But when you get on the 30th, you get that big high ridge. Then it creates a lot of lightning flashes, guys, over 2,000. As you go through the early AM, it goes from the south to the Tennessee Valley. Then it spreads out as you go through the afternoon and the nighttime. Just thunderstorms, lightning flashes. Then it grows even more overnight until 6 a.m. on the 31st. Lightning everywhere. Ohio Valley all the way to the south, guys. And this is going all the way to the southeast as well. There's going to be a couple of days with this severe weather, and it will be worse on the 30th and the 31st. Now, the next 5 days of precipitation, GFS is showing you can have light amounts across upper Ohio Valley. Northeast could get a little over an inch of precipitation. And if that turns into snow, that could be 10 inches of snowfall. So there's a potential for a major snowfall, but it's only showing on the GFS. While you continuously get that heavy rainfall going all down the west coast. That is going to be for a bit. Now, the Euro showing next 5 days, you will get your 1 to 5 inches in the upper Midwest, especially the Northwest, Idaho. You got a couple feet coming for y'all, all higher elevations. Wyoming, Utah, Colorado, even Washington and Oregon. You got a couple feet to multiple feet coming in the higher elevations of your snowfall, but your towns are a lot less, your major big towns. But your higher elevations like California, you still got anywhere from 5 to 6 or 7 feet of snowfall coming to you. That's on both models. When the storm system comes through, it's kind of hit and miss for the upper Ohio Valley. And the Northeast so far, 1 to 2, 1 to 3 inches, maybe a little bit more for New Hampshire and Maine. But remember, go up here, click on local, click on your state, so you can go and see exactly what your snowfall is for the next 5 days. And the links are in the description for you to see. Like this one that shows all that major snowfall. Seattle's only getting 2 inches of snow. Tacoma, maybe 5 inches of snow. Spokane, Washington, maybe 7 inches out of the most of them. And Portland, Oregon, maybe 3 inches of snowfall. So you're not getting a feet of snow in the major towns, but you do have some snowfall coming. So please go click on your state and see what your totals are. And I have both GFS and Euro. Because the GFS shows about the same thing as it shows for the Euro. The only difference is the Northeast. It shows it gets blocked by high pressure. On the wraparound, precipitation could bring more snowfall, up to a foot for some people for New York, Vermont, and New Hampshire. So make sure you go click on your state, click on your local, and see your area and see exactly what your snowfall rating is just for the next 5 days. This one is according to the GFS, guys. GFS is the only one that's showing this major snowfall. Euro didn't show it. Good chance for Manchester getting a foot, and a few people getting a foot. So make sure you go check your totals. Now, the NAM 3K can only see 2.5 days, and with that first system, it shows it could bring some 50 and 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Strong winds, nothing too severe yet. The NAM 12K can see 4 days, a little bit further than the 3K. It's not showing it all for Montana, but it's confirming that there will be some damaging winds in the next few days. And the beginning of that upper level low coming across the plains, there is some 50s and 60 miles per hour wind gusts that is with it. Possible 70s and a little bit of 80s on the higher elevations. Now, the GFS don't show all that for Montana as well, but it is showing there is a chance for 50 miles per hour wind gusts coming through with it, some 60s. But it's confirming when the upper level low comes down in a few days that it is bringing 50 and 60 miles per hour wind gusts. So far, maybe 70 and 80 for New Mexico. And so far, that's down to 83. But of course, that part is not trending with both models. The Euro don't take it too much. It's saying all the wind is going to be all higher elevations. And you might get some for western Kansas, Oklahoma, Panhandle, Texas. A little bit of 50 miles per hour winds. That's about it. All this green, the bright green is 40s, the dark green is 30s. But as that storm comes across the Ohio Valley for a Christmas day, it is bringing some potential freezing rain, snow, rain for a lot of people, and some potential ice as it passes through. And it could stay there for a while and on a wraparound continue to drop more snowfall for only the New England states. And you can see this here. This is the 24th. You got the system coming in for Christmas Day, bringing in the light snowfall. And if it gets blocked by the high pressure, it could, on a wraparound, bring some more precipitation, start adding up, and some major snowfall. And that's all the way to the 27th. So it has to literally stall for a day or two to bring this. And that's not trending to the Euro, guys. GFS is showing you can have a lot of ice, a potential for a half inch of ice for New York and western Massachusetts as well, and some that goes up towards Maine. The Euro, it don't see all that. It only sees what Maine and down to the New England states. It don't see all the major ice. But in 10 days for the full run, I hate doing 10 days. We all know it does change, but it's trending with both models. Not only the rainfall you get on the west coast, because that does continue for quite some time, but the rainfall for the South and Ohio Valley, 1 to 2 to 3 inches possible coming with this storm. And the Euro sees it as well. It sees it heavier. Instead of the 1 to 2 and widespread 3 inches, it shows it could get up to 4, 5, and 6 inches for the southern Ohio Valley, the upper Tennessee Valley. So there is opportunity for flash flooding and maybe even some major flooding with that storm that's coming. And National Weather Service does have the Northwest well below averages for the next 6 to 10 days. Some very cold air coming through. It's not swooping through to the southeast because we got that high ridge going on, that deep trough in the southwest. No worries, guys. It's going to be warm for quite some time. You could have some cold mornings coming, but it's going to stay warm. This is going to be some cold temperatures coming with some possible very cold wind chills. While the whole south and southeast is all well above averages. Like me this morning, we woke up, it feels like 4 degrees with the wind chill. It was actually 20-something degrees. But this is our average temperatures for this time of year here in Milwaukee. And the coldest spill I could find so far is on the 28th. And it's bringing on your temperatures negative 15 to negative 20 degrees for Montana, Idaho, northern Washington, while everybody else is in the teens to 20s to even single digits also for these other states in the Central Plains. So be aware it is going to affect the Northwest and Northwest only, while everybody else is in the regular temperatures for this time of year. But the wind chill, Canada, you are going to feel like negative 50-something degrees. That is cold. That is some very cold air. It's not coming too far into the U.S., but it is bringing some. So you're going to be very cold temperatures, but you're going to feel like negative 20 for sure, negative 30 for a lot of people. And you can see here with the Euro that you got some winds coming on the 25th of the storm. Nothing too severe, but there is some winds, guys. This is the 850 millibars. This is not yet 2 meters. I just want to show you size difference. Then we have our storm coming on the 27th. That's going to be bringing in some winds as well. But the big system that comes on the 30th, bam, is going to be strong, and it's going to bring a lot of storms and severe weather with it. Please share this video and help prepare others. Let them know that this potential severe weather threat is coming, guys, because it is going to affect a lot of people, and it's shown with both models that this is coming. The best thing we can do is just prepare for things like this. It's not going to go away, but if we're prepared for it, it would be the best outcome possible. And that's what we need to look forward to, especially after what happened towards Kentucky and everybody else. That was very bad. At the same time, God bless every single one of you today. I hope you have a best day possible. Very positive day. Stay positive. Positive things does happen when that happens. Fact. Psalm 100. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Know ye that the Lord, he is God. It is he that hath made us, and not we ourselves. We are his people, and the sheep of his pasture. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving, and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him, and bless his name. For the Lord is good. His mercy is everlasting, and his truth endureth to all generations. Amen. Have a very great day today, guys. All power, all glory does go to Yahweh, God of Jacob, our Father. Amen. Hallelujah, guys. Have a very blessed day. Think positive. Positive things happen.